Hello, my name is Janelle Jossi, and I am going to go over my evaluation plan for integrating technology with college prep students. So let me give you a little background. As we know, there's the Common Core standards, and there is a requirement to integrate technology in order for students to become computer literate across the curriculum. There is a general consensus, excuse me, that students who are, it's most, excuse me, excuse me, our students are digital natives, meaning that they have been exposed to computers all their lives. So therefore, they should be able to access these different various applications in order to become successful. But that is a misconception. There are a lot of students who do not have access or who are not comfortable with accessing different applications. So there are many computer applications on the market that will help both teacher and student to become proficient in integrating and making effective use of learning through technology. The other thing that is going on is for the purpose of this evaluation plan is the lack of training that teachers have. There are districts that are improving on that, but there's still a huge lack in teacher training of these different various products. So the college preparatory program is a program that's been around since the 90s, at least the way that it's the terminology that is used. It was designed to address the need for more rigorous curriculum for students who wanted to go on off to college. It has since morphed into more of a program where students who are what I like to call middle of the road type students, they are not exactly on either spectrum of the special populations, such as the SDC kids, or the special day class students who have one classroom all day, all the way to the other end of the spectrum. You have your gifted and talented students, or your AP honor students. So with the adoption of the Common Core standards, uh, this is the program where they were focusing on, so to improve on the critical thinking, problem solving, and analytical skills to ensure success. The theory of change that I've come up with for this evaluation plan is that if the students are given proper tools and motivation to problem solve, critically think, and analyze, then they will be successful in the areas outside of their secondary education. The logic model that has been devised is that for the inputs, you have the human component, so the teachers and students. There are other stakeholders involved. However, the teachers and students are the ones who are the most affected by this, that will be affected by this evaluation plan. Resources, there needs to be funding and time in order for this evaluation to take place and to be successful. And for the innovation, there needs to be the technology part involved, and also professional learning of the teachers. The output, once again, is the training and the teaching of the students and the teachers. There needs to be there will be curriculum development and also the professional learning for teachers. So the outcomes of this is that for the short-term goals, we have the awareness, knowledge, and skills and motivation of both teachers and students. And then the long-term goal will be increase in student test scores and a richer, more rigorous curriculum. So here's my evaluation plan. The two evaluation questions that I've come up with is how much digital training is needed to help both teacher and student become proficient in accessing the applications for learning. And the other question that I've come up with is what type of computer applications should be focused on to assist in ensuring the success. There are many computer apps out there for education, and so exactly which ones would be the most beneficial. So the evidence that's needed to answer each of these questions is the first one is the amount of time. We need to find out the amount of time that's already spent on the computer accessing these apps, and then also the history of what type of training they've had, both student and teacher. The evidence that's needed to answer question two is what type of educational apps do you already know, and then also the time. How much time does it take to complete various activities? So that's the evidence that would be needed to answer both of those questions. So how am I going to obtain that evidence? I'm going to obtain that evidence through the use of surveys. Both teacher and student will be surveyed. And since this involves a technology part, the surveys will be administered via electronically. Sampling. I will be doing a non-probability sample. And since every student needs to have an English teacher, all English teachers who teach college prep will be surveyed, and all college prep students, so that's roughly about 450 college prep students and 10 English teachers on my campus. That data will be analyzed with a cross-tabulation analysis, either a two-way or three-way tabulation, and since the surveys are a tick mark response, the tabulations are going to be quite simple to quantify. The validity and reliability of this evaluation plan, the reliability is high because these questions are designed to be closed-ended, so there's going to be very little room, if any, for subjectivity. And these questions are also designed to minimize the amount of ambiguity. Ambiguity. The validity of this evaluation plan is also high because the questions are going to be designed to address exactly what is being measured. The cost analysis. The cost analysis is this. It's a correlation cost analysis. So therefore, if the cost of providing proper training and resources is there, then the benefit will be the success rate of these college prep students in accessing digital technology. The cost of it is the cost involved to administer this evaluation plan is a key role in determining the effectiveness. Each school site is going to have to make that determination of how it's going to benefit their school population and student achievement. So the results will be communicated through mass email for the teachers on a spreadsheet or a document, and also a letter sent to the parents who allowed their students to be surveyed, and in order for the results to be discussed at either district and or staff meetings. The constraints that I've been able to come up with are going to be coming from the state and local regulations because I'm pretty sure, ways of administrating an evaluation, and I may or may not be able to do that. Also another constraint is obtaining the proper permission slips to survey the students, and then having a team to be able to not only administer but also analyze this data. Personal biases will come from the teachers who do not have high expectations of college prep students, and then also administration in the belief that their population does not need something like this. So those are the two personal biases that I've been able to come up with. Political influences deals with the money, making sure that there's money available to conduct this evaluation plan. And ethical considerations, just making sure the team is honest and fair. This is one of the ways to ensure that is that there are no names or employee or student ID numbers. And then also, as people are filling out the survey, sometimes they may feel that they are inadequate or they should know this, and so they may not want to answer them correctly. So just making sure that they are given proper motivation or encouragement to complete the survey the way it needs to be completed. So that is my evaluation plan for integrating technology with college preparatory students. Thank you. I hope you learned something and have a good night.